Hey, what's up, YouTube? Four Leaf Cards here. Thanks for clicking. Probably wondering what's going on here. This is a baseball card, sports card channel, collectibles. But what we're doing here right now is No Card November, which means we're not buying any cards in the month of November, which is not very good if you're in a hobby. So I think that leads us to do some crazy things. And, I've been out looking in on the YouTube, and there's a lot of makeup channels out there. I mean, a lot. And I was just over on a channel, my new friend, Paige K, and she was showing us how she was cleaning her makeup brushes. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to clean my wife's makeup brushes. She's out grocery shopping, the kids are sleeping, and I'm going to surprise her. I'm hoping it's a good surprise. Not really sure what I'm doing. Supposedly there's solutions for these things and special tools and whatnot, but I'm just going to go ahead and go with it. I'm going to take a little bit of a half scientific approach to this and see what happens. So come along for the ride. I'm not going to do all my wife's brushes because if I mess these up, then I'm going to be in big trouble. And that's not the effect I want to have. But I've selected a couple. We'll see, they have different sized these are all chunky, but they have different sized ends to them. So there's these machines you can buy that have different attachments, but I think I've got a solution for that. The man solution, if you will. Really what I can tell, and I'm by no means an expert, so this is just my personal experiment, if you will. So don't take it too seriously. But it appears that makeups are somewhat made of fats, so oils, and then some pigments. So I think some of them are going to be fat soluble. You're going to have some things in your brush that are fat soluble, and some things in your brush that are going to be water soluble. So the first thing I think we want to do is just do a simple soap and water bath. I've seen a bunch of things out there too, like people are putting oil in and water and putting it all at once. And really what you're doing, I don't think you're fully cleaning that brush out, is you're getting some of it out, and then you're trying to leave this new olive oil or whatever residue on there to keep, if you got natural fibers, to keep them kind of healthy in the brush. But you're not really cleaning it first. So what we're going to do is we're going to try this multi-step process here. So the first step is going to be cleaning. So it's going to be warm water, and I've just got a little bit of antibacterial soap. So the soap's going to dissolve the fat. The water's going to dissolve anything that's water soluble. And then we're going to go to a witch hazel kind of rinse. And witch hazel is, what the heck is witch hazel? It's actually a plant that grows. There's a couple different continents it grows on, but it's a plant that grows here in North America. And they basically boil it down and get an oil out of it that is antimicrobial. The problem is witch hazel also has some tannins in there. It's probably not great for your skin. So you don't really want to leave a witch hazel residue on your brush. You can get it in there, have a slight antibacterial approach to it, but then you're going to want to rinse it out. So we're going to clean, go to witch hazel, then we're going to go to a water rinse, and then once we've got the brushes fairly clean, we want to put just a clean, light coat of oil on there. So we're going to that's where we're going to go to our nice olive oil. And I don't want a thick olive oil. So oils don't go into water, right? It'll stay on top. So you need something that's going to be able to thin out the olive oil. Now, the guys are probably thinking, yeah, we could use paint thinner. Yeah, you don't want to use paint thinner on your wife's brushes. So we're going to put a little isopropyl alcohol in there. So the olive oil, what happens there, to thin it out, the olive oil will stay, the alcohol will evaporate out, and we'll have a nice thinner layer of olive oil on there. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to show you where this gets serious. This is this key step here, because people said I couldn't do this, and I'm not 100% sure they're right. So we're going to give it a go. I'm going to put my soap in here. Don't worry about it. We're going to get a little soap in here. It's warm water. We want it to be warm. Things go into solution a little bit better when things are warm. So both my waters are warm. You can see some bubbles going here. It wasn't a whole lot of soap. There's really no science, no hardcore measurements here. We want just kind of a soapy water, not too soapy. And here's where it's going to go and get crazy. Yeah, that's right. You know, people are buying these special things, machines that have different attachments. But check this out. This chuck is adjustable. I can go from, it's a 3/8 inch chuck. But I can go all the way down to the smallest brush you've got, all the way down to basically 0. So, and we're going to want to put it on speed 2, okay? We're going on speed 2 because we want some speed to this, because we're going to try to, once we get it wet, we're going to have to spin it out, okay? So I'm going to chuck this big boy up here. We're going to go right in for the big one. Why not? And not too tight. You don't want to break the brush. And, oh yeah. All right, here's the soapy water. Now, you don't want to get the brush part in there, the hard part, just the bristles. So we got some soap going in there. I'm going to touch it up against the side there, give it a little resistance to get some water up in it. Oh, yeah. You'll notice I have a towel down, too. You don't want to make a mess when you're doing this either, because then you'll get in trouble. I can definitely see some of this pigment coming out. Oh yeah, it's looking clean. Let's keep going. Pick up the speed. I see everybody putting it in there and just cleaning it. You want to clean this thing good. You'll also notice, probably shouldn't be branding here, but I'm using my my green drill. And then just give it a little spin. Oh man, the chuck come undone. That's all right, no big deal. All right, good and dry now. Well, not dry, but got the bulk of it out. Let's check this out. Oh yeah, that's clean. Looks like it's in good shape. Everything's going well. I'm going to give it a little bit of witch hazel here. Back in the chuck. Just a little bit of witch hazel. Spit as much of it out as you can, then we're going to go right to the water. Spin it out. Oh yeah, that's nice. Well, I think it's nice. I'm not really qualified to talk about that. So we did a good job of blocking off all the labels on these other things, but I slipped in the Ryobi there. So if Ryobi, you want to come in and, you know, it's like free advertising, I guess. A little bit of olive oil. Don't need too much there. Whew. It's like a cooking show. I'm going to thin it out with just a little bit of alcohol. This is 91% isopropyl. You got to have the high number. And I'm just going to dip it in there. This is kind of like making salad dressing. And spin it out. Ta-da. Boy, that's nice. All right. So just in case you missed it, I'm going to do it again. Okay, open up the chuck, fit that in there. A little bit of soapy water. You might have to control the trigger a little bit on this one. Give it a little pressure on the side there to get that up in it. This is probably the most important step. Oh yeah, a lot of pigment coming out. Okay, spin it dry. A little witch hazel. Spin it dry. Right into the water. Get those tannins out of there. Spin it dry. Oh boy. Okay. Gotta make sure your chuck's really tight. I'm having problems with that. That's what happens when you use the chuck on there. Super high speeds. And then a little touch of olive oil. Done. She won't even know. Oh yeah, that's nice and clean. There you have it. I'm not going to do the third brush. You get the idea. Some nice clean brushes. And, you know, I think a pretty good way to do it. That'll be it. Once we hit December, we'll get back in the cards. So, thanks for clicking. Do a little something nice for your wife. Again, your results may vary. I may be doing this wrong. Feel free to like it, comment, say I'm crazy. I like the power drill method. There you go. Hey, if anybody's opening up cards, best of luck to you guys. I hope you get some nice ones. Don't forget to collect to connect. Do something nice for your wife. Thanks. Have a great day, guys.